I would like to personally congratulate you on making it this far. This week we are going to touch on a very important topic, something we should have done earlier, if not for some prerequisite topics like sign multiplication and addition and subtraction of algebraic terms. If you are still not conversant with these topics, I will advise you to go back and study them carefully before coming back to this video. At the end of the week, you should be able to identify families of numbers. That's the first thing we're going to do. Then add and subtract decimals. Multiply and divide decimals. Define the concept of place values. Evaluate decimal points and significant figures. Add and subtract sorts. Multiply sorts. Divide sorts. Rationalize sorts. Identify types of sorts. Unionize sorts. Intersect sorts. Represent information on the Venn diagram. Wow, that's a mouthful. Natural numbers. What are natural numbers? They are basic set of numbers that we use every day. 1, 2, 3, dash. They are all natural numbers. The dash means that the sequence continues infinitely. Natural numbers are denoted by n. So if we write a belongs to n, we mean a is a number of set n. In other words, a is a natural number among a set of natural numbers n. We also have integers. As opposed to natural numbers, which are positive, an integer is a number which can be positive or negative. On a number line, they extend infinitely in both directions. Integers are denoted by z. So this is a number line. Hence, the set of all integers consists of 3 parts. Integer is made up of 3 parts. We have positive integers, negative integers. Positive integers move toward the right. Negative integers move towards the left. Then 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. But when we speak of a set of non-negative numbers, 0 is taken with the positive integers. Let me give you an example. If P is equals to a set of numbers, say 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 5 Now, suppose we are to extract non-negative integers from the set P, then we will end up with 3 1 oops sorry 3 0 and 5. This means that 0 is not negative, yet it is taken along with a set of positive integers. Rational numbers. We extend the range of numbers further by bringing in rational numbers. Rational numbers are fractions. They can be denoted by, say, a over b, where a and b are positive integers. These are some of the examples of rational numbers. So a rational number can be in the form of a over b, where a is not equal to b. A is not equal to b. Okay, sorry, let me redo this. Nope. Okay, we can say that rational numbers are in the form of a over b, where b is not equal to 0. What this means is that something like this, 2 over 0, cannot be a fraction. All integers are natural numbers. All integers and natural numbers are rational numbers. So we can say that 5 is a rational number. Not all integers are natural numbers. Now, if 5 is a rational number, that means it can be written in fraction form. It can be written as 5 over 1. Can be written as 5 over 1. This is a rational number. So now this is a number line with only integers and natural numbers. How do we include rational numbers? Rational numbers occur between any two integers. If this is 1 and 2, we can say that this is maybe one whole number let's say this is 2 whole number 3 over 2, or let's say this is 3 whole number 2 over 3. They occur between the integers, between any two integers. Irrational numbers are opposite of rational numbers. They cannot be expressed as fractions. Irrational numbers, they cannot be expressed as fractions. So examples of irrational numbers are root 5, pi, root 2, and so on and so forth. We will also talk about prime numbers. All prime numbers are divisible by 1 and themselves only. Any number that is divisible by 1 and itself only is a prime number. So a prime number can be 1, 2, 3, 7, 13, and so on. What this means is that if you divide a prime number by any number other than 1 and itself, you end up with a remainder. Let's look at some examples. Okay, let's pick 13. 13 divided by 2 is equals to 6. Remainder 1. So 13 is a prime number because when divided by 2 we have a remainder of 1. The same applies to all other prime numbers. Even and odd numbers. Even numbers are divisible by 2. Odd numbers are not divisible by 2. So we can say 4 divided by 2 is equals to 2. So 4 is divisible by 2. That means the 4 is an odd number. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. That means 6 is divisible by 2. So 6 is an even number. 80 divided by 2 gives 40. 80 is divisible by 2. So it is an even number. But 9 divided by 2 is equals to 4. Remainder 1. That shows that 9 is not divisible by 2 because we have a remainder of 1. 9 is therefore an odd number. All prime numbers with the exception of 2 are odd numbers. 13 is a prime number. 13 divided by 2 is 6, remainder 1. So 13 is an odd number.